My name is Carson. Welcome to Thrifty Garage, a channel where we do everyday repairs, how-tos, and reviews. Recently we did an review video on these Hunter products. Today's video specifically, we'll be taking a look at this wireless rain sensor from Hunter. And without further ado, let's get to this review. Okay, here's this Hunter wireless rain sensor. The WR-CLIK. Pretty minimal components we've got in here. We've got, this is the transponder. This is what goes nearby the controller and sends a signal out and communicates with your unit. So here we've got this arm bracket, which can be adjusted. So this bracket right here gets mounted to a wall, to a rain gutter, to a roof, whatever it is. You can see it's on a pivot point here, so you can do whatever. And then you want to mount this horizontally. You can see we got a dry out time, so we can adjust this on the top here to have a longer or shorter dry out time. And you can see here it just opens up this little fin on the side and allows more air to go through there, which will cause this to have more wind blow through here and dry this out. So the way a rain sensor works is it rains in here and it fills up a cup inside, and then there's moisture in there, and that moisture causes a connectivity difference, and that connection difference is sent back to the controller and is told to delay watering. And so if you open that up, so we have a shorter period of time after the rain, it will dry out faster and then it will start watering sooner. So we've got, sometimes they put free sensors in these. Not sure what this button is for. And then this must be, I bet there's a battery in here. A little red dot there. I suspect there's got to be some sort of, well, maybe we should read some instructions here. Got a little sticker here, basically a little warning that says it will not water when it rains. We've also got this little sticker. Attention. Weather sensor is wired to this timer controller and may prevent sprinkler operation due to sufficient rainfall or other conditions. See instructions for details. So these are good stickers to put on the controller because when you're trying to diagnose a problem on the system, you know, hey, it usually waters Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it didn't water Wednesday or Friday, like what's going on. This is really helpful. Another thing is if your system has a master valve, you want to make sure that you're checking that if you're trying to diagnose a problem. You can't get valves to turn on manually. Here's our little booklet. Number 1 right here is our manual test spindle. So press and hold the manual test spindle and confirm proper operation of your transmitter. So that's your test button. Number 2 is your vent ring. It's like we talked about already. We got this little vent ring used to adjust the reset rate or dry out time for the sensors. Opening the vents will decrease the reset time, while closing the vents will increase the time it takes for the discs to dry out. Radio antenna. Transmits wire signal to the receiver up to 800 feet. Antennas should be oriented vertically. So that is crazy. So 800 feet. I'm sure that's without obstructions. Mounting arm is our metal arm here, and that's for mounting the sensor. And the battery status LED used to determine the status of the sealed battery. Pushing the manual test spindle will flash the LED light indicating the battery is still good. So coolio. Okay, so here's our receiver unit. Important. Sensor status light will turn red when it's powered up. Press the manual test spindle on the transponder for 5 seconds and release to reset the receiver. Goodbye, Mr. Important. So this little flap is a little bit rubberized. This whole front thing is coated. Looks like this is really intended to be out in the elements. Obviously, if you've got an outdoor controller, this is not going to fit inside your box. So that would have to be the way that works. Bypass button allows automatic or manual watering. Okay, press to bypass, press again to enable. Bypass LED indicates the sensor has been bypassed. So if that's red, it's been bypassed. Sensor status LED used to indicate the status of the sensor. So the status one, it's dry or it's wet. So it's going to just be talking back and forth here between the two of these, and it's going to know whether it's wet or dry. AC power wires. 2 yellow wires are attached to the 24 volts AC source from the controller. Sensor wires are attached to either the sensor terminals in the controller or in line with the valve common wire. Blue and white wires used normally for closed sensor applications, and blue and orange wires used for normally open sensor applications. And 7, we've got a rubber cover. Okay, let's pull out the Hunter Pro HC. This is the Hunter Pro HC. Just got this faceplate on here. We've got our screen right here. But over on this side, we've got all our sensor connections. So we've got 24 volts AC right there and there. And then we've got our ground, is that green and yellow one. And we've got sensor 1, sensor common, and sensor 2. So after looking up the information in the manual, it does not matter if you use a blue or orange wire. I'm sure you just have to program that in here, whether it's normally open or normally closed. And honestly, these controllers are probably smart enough now. You just say that it has a sensor, and it's going to look at the sensor and say, okay, 99% of the time it is open, and therefore whenever it's closed, we're going to shut off water, and vice versa. But you can use this, just the white wire there on the common. And then you can do the orange or blue either on the sensor 1 or the sensor 2, shouldn't matter. And then you'll configure the rest in your settings. With this controller, you can also do a flow sensor, and with the flow sensors, you are supposed to use the blue wire. But that's not really in relation to this guy. Well, thanks for watching this review video on this Hunter wireless rain sensor. I hope you enjoyed it and it was informative. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Subscribe and like the channel. And thanks for watching Thrifty Garage. We'll see you on the next one. We did a broad review video on these. Oh, that's a tongue twister. A broad review video. Overview review. More. How did I say it? Adieu. Without further ado, let's get to this review. I like that. Thrifty Garage, a channel from where? Don't know. My name is Carson. Wow, this is like the 50th take. Holy crap. Holy crapzilla.